Hello everyone, we're back with the excavator because the summer is over, or at least the fire risk has been downgraded, and I now can continue on the infrastructure on our land, and this is an exciting bit because this is the only bit we need to do still before we can start using it and start testing it with the car. I'm doing the regrading of the road that was already there towards the valley. See if we need some extra work to be able to drive through it. So let's go. Nice. Wet morning dew sea. Mm-hmm. Next is we need to remove a tree. I knew it was there, of course, but the last time I was here it was full of those caterpillars and I didn't want to touch it, so now I'm just using the excavator to push it over and yeah, continue on my way. Alright, that's fine. Start working on the grading. It's too steep. We've hit our next obstacle. Halfway down the track there's this big salguero, willow tree. It needs some limb cutting or stem cutting. And also there's this big pond that I tried to dig. That was my second project with the digger, and it was 2 years ago, and we've noticed now that the water never comes to this point, so I might as well lower the bank a bit and then use this to widen the road, because this is also a narrow bit, and a place where we would like to make a corner to the new property which is right next to there. But it looks like there's already a little bit of a path there, so I can't just keep widening it that way without any extra earth. So that's why we do this. Let's cut down some trees. Oké, Lou, jij moet even weg. Mainly this one and this one. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Still not down? Yeah. I'll just do it with the digger. Okay, c'est tout. So far, I think this road is done. There's still some shrubbery growing on it, but it's not too bad, and no puncture danger anymore. And so on the way down, I of course got distracted by this beautiful little access road to the new land that might possibly be there in the future. So now I want to go back up and get a start on that, and see how far I can get without changing tools. Strimmer. Yeah. All right, let's test these mics. The idea is that we'll make a Y junction down into that sea of brambles, and hopefully we'll get a little bit closer to the other new property, so we can make this our access, which is better than climbing down a steep hill. Sowieso deze kiezen moet er dan uit. Goed, de rest trek ik los met de graver. Oh, dat is jammer, maar helaas, het laatste stukje peer. Let me turn off this podcast. It could happen here. This little side quest is now done, and it's almost flat, this bit. It's almost like an extra terrace here, which is nice. There's a madroño growing there, a strawberry tree. Let us walk over there. Of course, this will need some more strimming and clearing and whatever, but the main bits have been done. So look at this beautiful cork oak. It's full of ants.
I think that's normal.
That's normal, but it's what it is. They live in the cork. This is a quince tree, quince, marmello. it was in the way, so it needed to go. And there's an olive tree over there, olive tree over there. Now all these are ours. And at this point I want to make it's just for walking mainly, or with a wheelbarrow or something, and not for cars or anything. I want to make an access either to that terrace or to that terrace. So that's why I wanted to have this open, so there will be a bridge building video in the future. This is a pear tree. I didn't know we had a pear tree, but we apparently did. And we found out because a javeli took half of it. It pulled down everything that was growing here, so it just pulled it down, and then all the pears that were on there were ripening up earlier than when they are alive. So yeah, they ate them, but I think I'm able to save it. It doesn't look too happy, but I took away all the extra weight that was leaning on the other queens, and all the broken bits that the javeli did, the boar. I cut them straight, as in made it into a nicer cut than what it was. Good morning, everyone. The last thing we have to do in order to open this new road is to remove a stone that's sticking out, or a rock that's sticking out. So let's go there, I'll show you. So this is the neighbor's land, and I also made a road there. Or reinstated the old road that was there. And then there's one little bottleneck here. It's this stone. I've been pulling on it with the digger. Doesn't work. So yeah, now it's time for the jackhammer and see if we can bring it down a little bit. It doesn't have to completely disappear, but it would open up this bit a little bit further so that we can easily drive without scraping our car. So we need a cart to haul things around, because otherwise you just keep walking back and forth.
Still love this thing.
Yep. There we go. Yeah. I think we're done. I mean, it's not going to be a tarmac level surface anyways. It's still going to be a dirt track, but this is now no longer a car ender. So we can drive over this, and yeah, now it's much wider, wide enough for a car to get through, and we'll give it a go. Let's test it. Walk in the park. Okay, Louis. Eikeltje mee. Okay, needs a little bit of widening. Right. Oké. En dan een stukje naar achteren. Ik zit net op een rulstukje. Alright. Even kijken of ik wel in z'n één zit. That went well. It's a bit sketchy in certain places, but if I can widen those and get them a little bit more compacted over time, it will be easier. And the corner is of course too narrow, but now that we have the access road from the top, we can probably just drive from there and we never have to do this corner, or not all the time. So it's, yeah, it works. Alright. Kom je mee naar beneden rijden? Just there are still a lot of bumps that need to be sorted out, but they also need to just be compacted. And the only way of doing that is driving over it, or the only way I have. But this is easy enough. That's our new access.